Okay, so let's do some ratings and some rankings. Birthday cake, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's it looking like? It's looking like a 5. Barely edible. Chocolate peanut butter cup, here I'm going to give a 5.8. Then we have the double chocolate. This one here is an 8.0. Ratings that I originally gave them may have been a little too harsh. I've actually come to like this better than all of the chocolate covered ANABARS. And we're back at the taste test table yet again for part 2 of Greg Doucette's CICO bar review. It's been 2 weeks. I've been, of course, eating these bars since my original review, and after 2 weeks of eating them on a consistent basis, I've changed my mind. Let's discuss. So as I said, I've been having these bars consistently for the last 2 weeks, and I think the ratings that I originally gave them may have been a little too harsh, at least for 2 of them. One of them is still pretty much the same, and another one probably just needs a new name. And of course, there's one that is still a must-buy. One of the reasons I think these are bars that you should buy is the way I've been using them has been for breakfast in the morning. I've been making some oatmeal, yes, rocking it old school, having the oatmeal for breakfast. A little bit of maple syrup, some cinnamon, maybe some nuts in there for some healthy fats. Anyway, I digress. Along with that, I'm having a CICO bar, which macro-wise fits very well into my breakfast with that said oatmeal. So I've been trying to get through the bars. You spend $130 on bars, whether you originally like the way they taste or not, you're going to eat them anyway because protein is protein and it's too expensive to just throw them away. So after eating them over the last couple weeks, I've changed my mind on how they taste. I'll tell you right off the bat here that the birthday cake one, this one here, is still not good. It still reminds me of your classic wanna taste good protein bar that's covered in what looks like white chocolate and doesn't taste at all like it's said to taste like. It's not remotely close to birthday cake. There's a little bit of sweetness there. It's still super chewy and not good. I mean, it's just a bad bar. I would liken it to any other protein bar off the shelf at a grocery store that's covered in a white chocolate type of substance. It's not good. So that rating stays the same at an even 5.0. Not as bad as RX bars, but then again, what is? Because of the way all the sea salt was on this one, and I got to assume that they're probably pretty similar across the board no matter which one you picked out of the box, I'm gonna go with 1.9 on this one. Horrible. So this one here, still, I do not recommend you buy it. Even having it with breakfast, it has not been at all satisfying. I don't look forward to eating it. It's just something that probably shouldn't have been made. So we'll slide that one out of the way. That leaves us with 2 bars left to talk about here. And let's talk about the one that I was probably too harsh with in my original review, and that would be the peanut butter cup bar. I really wanted it to taste like a peanut butter cup, but that's only in picture on the label. This is not a peanut butter cup. This one here is not bad. It's not a bad bar at all. It's definitely not a 5.8 that I gave it. And having said that, I alluded to earlier, one probably needs a name change, and it's this one. I've had probably about 7 or 8 of these bars over the last 2 weeks, and I still have yet to taste any peanut butter. However, there is a caramel type texture to it. So if you maybe named it a chocolate caramel protein bar, this would probably be spot on. I think I gave it such a harsh rating originally because it didn't taste like a peanut butter cup. There's a peanut butter cup right on the package, and when I see that, I expect to taste that, and this just didn't do that for me. Curious to know if you've tried it out there. What do you think? Does it taste like peanut butter cup? I didn't get any peanut butter, let alone a peanut butter cup in this particular bar. Like I said though, caramel, a chocolate caramel bar, this is what I think of when I'm eating this, and it is delicious, I have to say. The flavor on this one is actually quite good. I would recommend you buy this one. Just expect it to be a chocolate caramel bar, not a chocolate peanut butter cup bar. And before we talk about the last bar and my thoughts here, so we just wanted to break in real quick here to remind you to smash the like button. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, and why don't you tell me in the comment section, are you team ANABAR, are you team CICO bar, or are you team something else? Let me know, comment section. All right, back to the video. I want to say one of the things that I like about ANABARS, which it's no secret, I'm a big fan of the ANABARS since my original review, which if you haven't seen it, you can click on the link right up here, or maybe it's over here. I'm not sure where YouTube puts it. I think it's here or here. Anyway, I digress again. The reason I like ANABARS so much is because they taste great and I look forward to having one before I have it every single time. There's never a time where I have to convince myself to eat an ANABAR, and I've actually been finding with the peanut butter cup / caramel CICO bar and the double chocolate that I'm about to talk about next, I actually look forward to having those the same way. I want to open the wrapper as fast as I can and start eating it. The flavor is quite good. It's something that leaves a lasting impression. And I originally did like the double chocolate one. This was the redo on the original CICO bar, and it is way better than the original CICO bar, to the point where this is definitely the best protein bar that HDLT has to offer. And if you're gonna only buy one box, I'm still saying that it should be this one, although the chocolate peanut butter really caramel bar is a close second, I have to say. And while we're talking about this one, why don't we double back, and I'll say that this chocolate peanut butter / caramel bar is probably more like an 8.5 on the ratings, so I'm gonna flip the numbers around. I said 5.8 before, I'm saying 8.5 now. After 2 weeks of having this fairly consistently, that's right where this one lies. Now, I've been saying all along, the double chocolate bar is the best tasting bar, and that hasn't changed at all for me. In fact, this is the CICO bar that I've looked forward to having more than any of the three, certainly more than the birthday cake, but that's a whole separate discussion. We know how I feel about that, so we'll shelf that opinion for now. And this actually tastes like a chocolate bar. I've actually come to like this better than all of the chocolate covered ANABARS. Definitely the closest thing you're gonna get to a chocolate tasting protein bar with these kind of macros is going to be with this particular bar. I mean, they can't be beat. If you want to see the macros on this, take a look at my other review. If you haven't seen it yet, I go through the whole thing there in a lot of detail. This bar here, I would actually elevate from an 8 to an 8.9. Can't quite give it a 9 out of 10. It's not quite there. There's still a little bit missing, but I look forward to eating this bar each and every single time. That is a fact. And shout out to Opperman Fitness. I watched his review on these three bars shortly after I did my review, and he brings up a good point when thinking about which bar you're going to have on a given day. If you're going to be eating an ANABAR, perhaps you don't want to have anything else but chicken breast for the rest of the day. Now, I think he was joking a little bit there, but the point is that you have a little bit more variety in your diet available, I guess, with the CICO bar, especially if you believe that that 15 grams of fiber in this bar is actual fiber, like eating lettuce. You don't have to worry about getting your fiber in through vegetables like lettuce or whatever it might be. You could have a CICO bar. Now, there's some controversy around whether or not that's actual fiber that you're getting from the IMO syrup. I know that it's not allowed to be called fiber in certain places, but I guess we can get away with it here in the bar. I've also seen that if you recalculate the macros, it seems like it's 246 calories instead of the 220. Again, we're talking about taking a 10-minute walk worth of calories. It's not really a big factor in which protein bar you should have, or at least it shouldn't be a factor in which protein bar you choose. You should choose the one that you're going to look forward to and the one that tastes the best. So, do I like these two bars? Not this one, but do I like these two bars better than or the same as I like ANABARS? No, but it's pretty close, I have to say. In terms of the macros, of course, they're way better. It is, after all, a CICO bar, a calories in, calories out bar, so the macros are, of course, better. I think it depends on what you're looking to use it for. I personally would never eat an ANABAR in the morning with breakfast. I think it's better as like a quote-unquote cheat snack in the afternoon. That's where I would prefer to have it. Something like this feels a little bit healthier, feels like, yeah, I could have it in the morning and not feel totally guilty about it. Sliding it in with breakfast, having it with some oatmeal, why not? You know, you could even chop it up if you wanted to and have it as a mixing with your oatmeal. That would probably work too. Haven't tried it, but sounds like it could work. I like to have two separate pieces of my breakfast. Feels like I'm eating more. Finish the bar, then you have the oatmeal, put it all together. Feels like you just eat it all at once, doesn't feel like as much. Anyway, I digress again. So I guess other than the birthday cake bar, I recommend you getting these two for sure. I think on my last review, I just went into it expecting an ANABAR, and you can't. There is only one ANABAR. It's made a certain way. It's made for a certain purpose, and it may be a lot different than that of the CICO bar. So this bar, definitely more versatile than an ANABAR for sure. You could definitely use it in more places and not feel like you're having a candy bar. It's also would be good for folks if you're looking for something that tastes good but doesn't fully taste like a candy bar. This would be the bar that you want to have. But it's getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.